It is somewhere in between. It is how you take it, right? Because you are the one who is going to face this interview. So you are the one who has to convince that interviewer ki yes, it's a hobby, I enjoy it, right? Very interesting topic today. The power of unconscious mind. Right? What do you understand by unconscious mind? Anyone? What is unconscious mind? Yeah. Please sit down. There's no need to get up. Yeah.
Sir, it's a that part of mind which makes us breathe, which makes our heart beat.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, slightly different, but okay. We'll take it. Anyone else?
So this is a part of our brain which is not is easily accessible through deliberate attempts.
Through deliberate attempts.
Like we cannot put our own efforts into accessing our unconscious.
You can put your efforts and find out. It is something else. Anyone else?
Like we are imagining something, but our conscious mind is overpowering that part. We try to get it.
Okay. We all have some notion about it.
Try to find answers we are not there. Yes.
Okay. Somewhere. Okay. But now let me explain what I'm trying to say. Power of unconscious mind. If you really want to understand what is unconscious mind, I would like to tell you to imagine how does an iceberg look like. Have you seen an iceberg?
Yes, sir.
You're from which place?
Meerut.
Meerut. How does an iceberg look like?
The actual life under the ocean.
Let me draw it here. No, bad drawing. Sorry. So, somewhat like this. And this is the waterline. Means this is the surface of the sea. Waterline. So, what is unique about this picture? What is unique about this picture? Who has emerged from where? You're a student here?
Yes, sir.
Nice to see.
The real mass is lies which lies under the water which we cannot see.
Major part of the iceberg is under the sea, submerged, not visible. Right?
Yes, sir.
It's not there. As if you look at the surface, you feel it is just chota sa baraf ka tukda. Right?
Yes.
Now, what happened to the ship called Titanic? What happened to it? What happened to it?
It was hit by the iceberg. Hit an iceberg.
It hit an,
Iceberg.
and what happened to it? It not only sunk, it broke in two pieces. And Titanic at that time, it was said it is the most toughest or strongest ship. But then iceberg was so powerful that it broke it into two pieces. तो कितना strong होगा iceberg यार, which can break a ship as mighty as Titanic into two pieces. It has to be really strong, right? It's more or less like a mountain down below. You all remember? Have seen the movie Titanic?
Yes.
This is exactly what happened. Why don't you grease the sheet? Yeah, so that your efforts are not wasted. Yeah. Getting your point? So, how strong is this iceberg? Very powerful. But only problem is it is not visible. Right? Getting your point?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Madhuram Dixit.
Please sit down. You're from?
I am from Itawa.
Okay. So why I'm telling you all this is because so is our माइंड. हमारा दिमाग आइसबर्ग जैसा है. इसका जो मेजर पोर्शन है ना, वो सरफेस पे दिखता ही नहीं है. यानी कि 90% जो हिस्सा है छुपा हुआ है. इट्स नॉट विजिबल. गेटिंग अ पॉइंट? It's hidden. It is, and that is what is called unconscious mind, and that is what defines you. Your majority of the actions in impulses come out from here. All of a sudden you will see कि person has behaved in a very different manner, and you see ऐसे कैसे कर दिया उसने यार, because he was triggered. Something has gone and triggered his unconscious mind. That unconscious mind is someone actually who defines him, though it is not visible on the surface, but that is actually he is. Getting a point? I don't know you read this news or not. A CEO, means a very successful lady, yesterday or day after yesterday? Yesterday or day before yesterday? She killed her own child. Now, why does a person do like this? She killed her own child, 4-year-old son. She killed her, and then she tried to kill her. She couldn't kill her. So what she do? What did she do? She packed that child in a bag and tried to flee the hotel. Now, how can someone do like this? I mean, if you look at a CEO of a company who is a successful person, who is going up in life, who is doing well, how can she do it? It's impossible to imagine, right? Similarly, I'm telling you a case of Ahmedabad. One person, 18-year-old boy, he killed a 21-year-old boy. Killed him as if no. One is you kill him out of impulse, you shoot him. He stabbed him 7 times. Look at the thought process. 7 times deep stabs. है ना? कितना उसके अंदर भरा होगा? कुछ तो होगा. If you are, suppose you गलती से लग गया and someone died, that's okay. That also is not allowed. That is also wrong. But here this person is killing. है कि नहीं? Otherwise people जो उसको मिलते होंगे क्लास में दोस्त, वो थोड़े सोचते होंगे कि ऐसा करेगा ही. पर उसने ऐसा किया. करने के बाद उस फ्रेंड को अपनी गाड़ी की फ्रंट सीट पे बिठा के और उसको ड्राइव करके गाड़ी खुद पुलिस स्टेशन में गया. और उस समय नवरात्रि चल रही थी. यू रीड दिस इन द न्यूज़ वेबसाइट, यू विल गेट इट. नवरात्रि चल रही थी तो पुलिस स्टेशन में जाके और बोलता है कि मैंने आई हैव किल्ड माय फ्रेंड, हिज बॉडी इज देयर ऑन माय कार, प्लीज गो एंड चेक. एंड पुलिस वाले आर शॉक्ड, व्हाट इज दिस बॉय टॉकिंग अबाउट? And then they saw that his body was there in the front seat of Ford EcoSport. Why did he kill it? Because they were in love with the same girl. Get your point? अब वो तो बेचारा चला गया जो 21 ईयर ओल्ड था, ये चला गया जेल में. अब लड़की का क्या होगा? है ना? Now will he be able to recover this ever? No. It's not possible. But then he was triggered so much. He had no control over it. And he did it. Like this CEO, she must be repenting कि मैंने क्यों किया. But now it can't be retracted. You will see a lot of road rage cases you will hear about. Recently, I think yesterday newspaper I was reading, some teenagers, they were in an altercation with an auto rickshaw driver. They shot him. Teenager boys. मार दिया उसको और भाग गए. Right? What's your name? Sunita, you're getting a point? You're from which place? Chandigarh. तो क्या हो रहा है? ये क्यों हो रहा है? Because his unconscious mind में जो revenge भरा हुआ है, जो frustration भरी हुई है, जो गुस्सा भरा हुआ है, वो एकदम से उसको take over कर ले रहा है. And he has no rational thinking now. He is not thinking ahead only. That is what happens when people attack someone with the intention to harm that person, because he's not thinking about the further repercussions. He just taken over by that. It happens. It is happening all around you all the time. So that is what the power of unconscious mind is. You all must be having some kind of a trait inside, I'm telling you. There might be some fear. There might be some frustration inside. It will be there. It has to be there. So what is there in the unconscious mind?
Unknown things.
Unknown, no, not unknown things. Your unconscious mind is not unknown things. It is all your experiences and memories. Unconscious mind में क्या क्या है? Experiences and यही है अनकॉन्शियस माइंड, भरा हुआ इन्हीं चीजों से. आप बच्चे थे, यू आर स्मॉल चाइल्ड, आप नदी में नहाने गए, सपोज गांव वाले हैं मेरी तरह, अगर यू वेंट टू अ विलेज, हाउ मेनी फ्रॉम विलेज बैकग्राउंड, एनीवन? ओके. तो गांव में नहीं जाते नहाने के लिए, नहाने के लिए गए, डूबने लगे. कभी कभी हो जाता है, मेरे साथ तो हुआ है. डूबने लगे, दोस्त डुबाने लगे, एंड आपने पानी आया आया आया, and then someone pulled you out. That memory will never go out of your mind, I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. So,
It will stay there fresh. मैं याद दिलाऊंगा ना, जैसे कह रहा था, याद दिलाने से याद नहीं होगा, पूरी लाइन याद आ जाएगी. कौन सा दिन था, मैंने क्या पहने थे, कितना बजा होगा, मैं कैसे गया, everything will be crystal clear. But if I ask you what was there in the breakfast last Thursday, Sunita, tell me. You'll not remember, because that has not gone to your unconscious mind. It's just a routine affair. So it just came and went. But such memories will stay. And if I give a minor prick, trigger, it will, as if it was yesterday. You'll remember everything about it.
So we need a trigger to awake.
Yes, you need a trigger. Some trigger is required. उसमें हम आते हैं अभी. SSB will give you the trigger in different forms. Like IO was giving trigger that day, and when I'll take your interview, I'll also give you the trigger. I'll take you back to your unconscious mind. I would like to see from what is there, and then you'll only tell me, sir, मेरे को तो ये problem, मेरे को तो ये
So
problem.
is there any process to awake?
We will talk about that. We'll talk about it. So only about knowing unconscious mind doesn't work, no? What can you do to work upon it? That is more important, right? Right? Shraddha, you're there with me? Shraddha है ना नाम? हाँ. तो और क्या है इसमें? डर है. जैसे कि मैंने तुम्हें बताया, fear. We all are scared of something. There is something that scares us. Must have scared us at some point of our life. Maybe it was a snake. Maybe it was something else. Maybe it was water, as I told you. Maybe there was an accident that just happened. You just got saved. So that traumatic feeling and experience will stay with you. Getting my point? So, fear is there. Then what else will be there? You're going with your father and you went to the market and you wanted to eat something. Suppose you wanted to eat chocolate or something, but your father said, no, we can't afford it. या नहीं खाना है. You didn't like that tone. You felt really bad. That memory is also there. Getting the point? Your friend humiliated you in front of others. Your best friend. He made you feel very low and you didn't expect this from him at all. कि मेरा friend मेरे को ऐसे कैसे कर सकता है. वो जो humiliation का phase था ना, that moment, that process which you went through, you will never forget. Getting a point? They will stay. Getting a point? So what are these? Memories, experiences. Getting a point? So there is a fear, there is rejection here. Someone rejected you. You are in love with a girl and you went and proposed her, like you never did, but someone did, and she said, no, how dare you? Or rather, she humiliated you. You will never. You are in a relation with someone and that person just broke off. just like that. We need to move on. They're telling you we need to move on now. We can be friends. Those words, those moments, they will stay with you. Because you were not expecting it ever. You were thinking कि मैं तो क्या सातों जन्म के लिए अब तो हो गया मेरा तो सेटल हो गया मैटर एकदम. You never expected this. So these rejections, this fear, these experiences, it is adding on to your life in a very slow process. Suppose someone died in your neighborhood, a young man. Now there will be a process, and you are watching that process, right? Like, there will be rituals, the body will come, and all those things. You are going through it, you are going through pain, you are also feeling the pain of the family members, you are also crying, maybe. Those memories will be there with you. Someone lost his very near one. Getting my point? It will be there. Yesterday I was watching the interview of Yash Virla. So he was telling about his father, mother, and his sister. 3 of them expired in a tragic air crash. So he said ki for 1 year I was alone. I was alone means I was alone in the house, and it was very traumatic. So from trauma now it has just transitioned to love, but that memory is still there. Getting the point? The trauma, initially it was in the form of a trauma, fear, suppression, depression, whatever. Slowly you graduated, it means to he graduated, and said, now I have memories of love for them. You should watch Yash Virla. He wears very funny clothes, and he's a style icon kind of a thing. You'll wear very different kind of clothes. So that's why. Getting a point?
Yes, sir.
So all these memories, all these experiences, they are there in your unconscious mind, and they will stay. Right? So when does it start? It starts from early childhood. Very early childhood. Maybe about, you're just about 2 years, 3 years old. उसी समय से ये memories, they start forming in your unconscious mind. They become part of your life. And they go on till about 17, 18, 19 years. When you become adolescent. So that's why you say personality is formed by the time you are 18. इसीलिए एनडीए की एज 18 रखी गई है. 18 तक आपकी पर्सनालिटी बन गई है. अब उसमें अब ज्यादा चेंजेस नहीं होंगे. Getting your point? Then there are good memories also in it. Right? As there are bad memories, there are also good memories. Many of them. Like, surprise birthday party, which you never expected. You got first grade in your class and your teacher called and he's got the first, everyone clap for him. That memory is there. Or you won an award and you're there on a stage and you're receiving it. That memory is also there in it. And you achieved something in your life and your parents were very proud. That moment when you received this notification, okay, you have been recommended, when you will be recommended, that memory will stay with your life for all your life, I'm telling you. And whenever that memory will come to your surface, तो आपको बहुत एक छोटी सी ना बैठे बैठे स्माइल आ जाएगी. तो क्या हो रहा है वो? That memory just come to the surface because you watch something like that. Getting your point? So unconscious mind is full of memories, experiences. Now, what is SSP trying to do? What is SSP and unconscious mind got to do together?
We want to get into the subconscious mind.
Unconscious
And to find the unconscious mind of
mind. Why it is interested?
because it has experiences.
Why?
It has shaped our personality.
Further, why?
That experiences have shaped our
Yes. Then why?
The soldiers take decision in a very few seconds. So unconscious mind helps.
Not exactly that way. I will say, ki what is my aim when I am recommending someone as an assessor? If I am recommending someone for selection, what is my aim?
Is he fit for
How will he react to a situation? Suppose there is a situation where he is leading, suppose, a platoon and he is gone for fighting terrorist. कैसा इसका response रहेगा? कैसे करेगा ये react? This is what I want to know, right? कि whether you will fit in the requirement of armed forces, whether you will be able to respond and take decisions as armed forces require to, right? but I can't predict your future. How can I predict your future? No one can predict anyone's future behavior. नहीं कर सकते. So since I cannot predict your future, I would like to go to your. You're asking me ना कैसे पता लगाएंगे? So my idea is to go to your. So there is a principle which is called behavior consistency principle. What is the meaning of this principle? Anyone? Just by word can you tell me? Behavior consistency principle. Shraddha, batao aap.
So, principle regarding
There is a principle, behavior consistency principle. What can you mean out of it? Just by the words, behavior consistency principle.
The excess are
it might be the principle which we as an individual follow.
No, not. Huh?
actions are same in any situation.
Something like that. Anyone?
So if you are subjected to a stimulus repeatedly, does your behavior stay the same or it improves?
Something like that. What it actually means to say is that behavior of a person is consistent. SSP का जो main principle है वो यही है. Behavior of a person is you will do what you did. You will do. इसलिए कहते हैं ना कि अगर तुम्हें कोई धोखा दे दे, मान लो तुम्हारा बहुत अच्छा दोस्त है, ठीक है, उसने तुम्हें धोखा दे दिया, डिच मार, मतलब अनएक्सपेक्टेडली ही डिच्ड यू. शुड यू फॉरगिव हिम? एनीवन हु सेज कि वी शुड फॉरगिव हिम? प्रधा?
Sir, if I know the circumstances towards it and the seriousness of the thing, if it's not that serious, I can forgive.
Anyone else? I believe that you should forgive him once, but you should be careful now. Careful. What Shraddha is saying is correct. Ki maybe out of circumstances, but still, even out of circumstances, if someone has behaved in a manner which is not expected by you at all, and you are totally taken aback, still there is no reasonable explanation, but maybe one chance can be given. But at the same time, you should be very conscious, very careful. Why I am saying so is because
The person will repeat it.
he will repeat it. Can nahi. He will repeat it.
So,
Then there is no need for
One should forgive, but should be careful. Maybe, as you're saying, there is a possibility that there were circumstances under which he did, or maybe he realized his mistake. It's possible, and maybe he will never do it. But most probable सिचुएशन में जैसे ही वैसा सिचुएशन आएगा वो बंदा वैसा ही करेगा. ये साइकोलॉजी का मानना है. दिस इज कॉल्ड बिहेवियर कंसिस्टेंसी प्रिंसिपल. यू विल डू व्हाट यू डिड. पर्सनालिटी एक बार बन गई ना, वो वैसी ही रहती है.
सर अगर वो पहले से ही हमें पता है we know before that we no need to give a second chance.
There is a need to give a second chance because you should always give a second.
So sir, there is no need to give a second chance. First of all, कि वहीं पे clear कर दो ना.
That can be one approach, but better approach will be कि you should give a chance.
If I know you will repeat again, then
Maybe he will not repeat. There can be chances when he has realized his mistake and he may not repeat. Sometimes people realize your values after some time. होता है, ऐसा भी होता है. But psychology के हिसाब से be careful. Now don't go on another shop. कई लोग रहते हैं ना एक what do you call that, एक toxic relation में.
yes.
Toxic relationship is not only about boy and a girl. It's about friends also. Many people linger on in that. They keep giving chances. That person keeps abusing. Next time he abuses more. They still. You read about a lot of film stars, like Jeanette Aman case, or many people. They have stayed on and then get humiliated and humiliated and humiliated and never left that person and finally left that person, something like that. So toxic relation का यही प्रॉब्लम है. आपका जो सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस है ना वो धीरे धीरे सेल्फ स्टीम जो है वो कम होता जाएगा. So if you feel that you are in a relationship in which the person is trying to abuse you, once okay, fine, maybe fine. Abuse, of course, not fine at all, but still maybe fine. Next time and next time, so what will happen? It will drain your self-esteem very badly. इसलिए कहते हैं ना, never stay in a toxic relationship. Better stay alone. Right?
Yes, sir.
So behavior consistency principle is the principle which believes that you will do what you did. Behavior is consistent. So on the basis of that, I try to go to your past. In the past, I see how you behaved. And from there, I derive how will you. Simple SSB का consistency. इसी से काम हो रहा है. TAT में क्या कर रहे हैं? Thematic apperception में क्या करते हैं? They show you a picture. That picture, you have to look at it for 30 seconds. Right? There will be an image formed, a theme formed in your mind. That theme will be formed through what? That hero in that story is what? You. So it is you who has gone back to his past, looking at that picture. This is the impulse or trigger. This picture or this character or this scenario will strike an impulse, stimulus. It is called stimulus. It should go and act on your unconscious mind, and from there you should be able to relate to that story, and whatever that story comes out is you. You. Your past means you, right?
Yes, sir.
If you don't believe it still, I'm going to do an exercise with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All of you relax first, totally. Now, when I tell you to close your eyes, close it and try to remember the moment when you were very close to death, when you felt that death has almost come. ठीक है? 3, 2, 1, go. Close your eyes. Okay, that's all. How many of you could remember it? Shraddha, you couldn't remember? I rest everyone did?
Yes, sir.
You didn't. Who would like to?
Sir, actually, it's not like I didn't remember. I didn't had a moment like that.
Ever? Okay. Now, who would like to narrate me? Yeah. Tell me. Sit down.
So I was at the time in 11th class. I was returning to my room with my books. We were practice session.
What do you play?
So volleyball.
Very good. Okay.
So when we are returning, we both were talking to each other. So we had a stop. So we are taking our chance to catch up. Green light. We are waiting for green light. So sir, we were like there is a pass between 4 buses, which was open 24 hours. You have to wait for your chance. So sir, he takes some few steps of people ahead. Then sir, there was a one was coming from left side and then one was from the right side, and we were between them. And sir, somehow he just accelerate the bike, so we just move some few steps forward. So that the moment we were safe. If he didn't do this, we definitely sir no more.
No more. The bike or the bus?
No, we are on bike, sir.
Oh, acha, you pushed it. Ha. Otherwise, bus would have taken you.
Definitely, sir. We both were between the buses.
What were you wearing? No talking, please.
So
No talking.
I was wearing, I guess, a grey shirt and a short and sports shoes.
Which shoes?
Sir, there was a sailor shoes for running.
Which shoes? Which shoes?
Sailor. Running shoes.
That's meant for running, is it?
Yes, sir. And having bag on my shoe.
What was the lunch day before yesterday?
Yesterday, lunch,
Day before yesterday.
day 4 is inside.
Anyone else who'd like to? Yeah.
So this was in the year 19. Myself and my brother were returning from Tawang and bike trip in the month of January. This is scary. You know, like in Arunachal Pradesh, especially in Tawang, the weather is very harsh. And there was black ice on the roads all everywhere.
Black ice is
Black
it?
ice.
Oh.
And it was very, the last night it has snowed very badly. So when I was returning to this, there was another factor that the bikes of my bike, the foot brake of my bike had failed. So I had to control my bike with the
Handbrake. Okay.
So when we were climbing, when we were riding down the mountains, there was a military convoy coming upward.
Oh.
And at the same time, what happened is there was the military also cleared the ice towards the sides of the road.
Okay.
There was a little, I don't know how to say exactly. It was like थोड़ा सा बर्फ साइड में से जमा करके रखा हुआ था
Oh.
रास्ते में
बर्फ का माउंटेन छोटा सा छोटा छोटा हाँ
So I had to like move to the side so the military convoy could pass. लेकिन बर्फ तो slippery होती है. So I was trying to control the bike and जा रहा था but ऐसे एक angular position में उड़ा गया. तो चक्का नहीं उठ रहा था. And what happened is मैं like
You fell
and I just जो military convoy का जो
by an inch.
बड़े-बड़े चक्के रहते हैं ना,
You could see the tire.
ये rear चक्का था ना,
Oh.
just by an inch.
But he applied the brake in time.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just by an inch.
Both of you.
Yeah. Both of us. So it was a very terrifying incident. Everyone had stopped right there. The civilians guy, one of them, they picked us up. They helped us to get some water.
That's a big trauma. Your father is in border roads?
No, sir. So I like traveling.
Oh, you had gone on trekking. That's good.
Not trekking, sir. I go on a bike
Bike trip. Tawang. From where?
from Assam. Like,
You're from Assam?
I'm studying Tezpur University.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like a
That's very nice. So you remember it. Now you'll be very careful on road, right? Okay, good. Anyone else? Yeah.
One day I was returning at 2 p.m. 2 a.m. in the night alone by car. There was a jungle area. In some of in the past there is gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
You mean to say कि miscreants?
yes sir.
हाँ.
उनका नाम भी था अभी भी चलता है.
कहाँ के रहने वाले तुम?
Sir, Chitrakoot border.
Okay.
When I was alone in the car driving the car. In the time was about 2:30 a.m. From the wedding. They stopped my car. I said I was dropped, but I didn't stop and I accelerated the car in full speed and get.
You ran away. Good. That's the best decision actually. So now you went through 3-4 experiences and there are many such experiences. So when I allowed you to think about it for 30 seconds, you remember it. Right? Right or wrong? You didn't remember it?
So I don't have.
You might have some other experiences. Everyone might not have the similar experience. But if I ask you something specific, it might be there. Right? So that's why I have different stories, right? Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So if you look at the picture for 30 seconds, will you go to your unconscious mind or not? Right? That is my technique. Right?
Yes, sir.
Can you avoid it? Can you avoid it? Yes, you can avoid it. I'm telling you how. आप देखो ही मत. आप पहले से ही प्लान कर लो कि मैं तो अपनी मर्जी का लिखूंगा. To what we may call as preconceived ideas. तो मैं चाहे कुछ हो मैं स्वच्छ भारत करके आऊंगा. चाहे मैं कुछ हो जाए मैं बेटी बचाओ जरूर करूंगा. बेटी बचाओ, बेटी पढ़ाओ, आईटी बढ़ाओ. तो ये सारे अगर तुम इस तरह से कंसीव नोशन लेके जाओगे कि मुझे कोरोना पे ही लिखना है कुछ ना कुछ, सो देन व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल नॉट लुक एट द पिक्चर, यू आर ऑलरेडी रेडीमेड एंड आप वही कहानी घुसा दोगे. बट डू यू थिंक दैट पिक्चर एंड दिस स्टोरी विल मैच?
No, sir.
No. So it's no point in writing that story, right? So you cannot avoid this process. Many people know, you will see in YouTube videos or somewhere, देखिए ऐसा लिख देना जाके, ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखना है. स्टोरी अपने आप आएगी, right? If the story is not generating from your unconscious mind, it's not your story. It has to be your story, right? Psychologist is evaluating you. He is not evaluating your preconceived notions. It's of no use. Similarly, interviewer, what will he do? Just a minute, I'll come back. What will the interviewer do? He will also talk about things which you have done in the past. वही बात करता रहेगा वो. His attempt is to take you back to your past. Entire interview is in past. होता है ना? 10th में कितने नंबर लाए, 12th में कितने नंबर लाए, ग्रेजुएशन में कितने नंबर लाए, अच्छा कम क्यों लाए, अच्छा क्या खेला, क्यों नहीं खेला, समझ रहे हो? दोस्त कौन है, क्यों अच्छा दोस्त है वो, अच्छा क्या अच्छा नहीं लगता उसमें, सर कभी कभी वो मेरे को अवॉइड करता है, आ गया ना उसमें, है ना, टाइम नहीं देता है, आ गया ना, समझ रहे हो? तो ये तो पार्ट 1 हुआ. पार्ट 2 में क्या होगा इंटरव्यू में? फैमिली, फादर के बारे में बताओ, मदर के बारे में बताओ, नेबर्स के बारे में बताओ, किससे क्लोज हो घर में, क्यों क्लोज हो भाई, सर मदर से क्लोज, क्यों, तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है उनके साथ से, बहुत चीज रही है. एंड व्हाट अबाउट फादर? सर ही समटाइम्स वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट. अच्छा स्ट्रिक्ट मतलब क्या? सर समटाइम्स ही इज वेरी शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड. शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड मतलब क्या? सर समटाइम्स ही लूजेस. अब क्या हो रहा है, तुम जाए जा रहे हो, जाए, नाउ यू डोंट हैव एनी कंट्रोल, यू विल हैव टू. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? और एक दूसरा इंटरव्यू कैसा होता है जो यूट्यूब पे सिखाते हैं, वो बड़ी बड़ी अकेडमी में सिखाते हैं, नो सर, नो, yes. Now what are you doing? You're blocking the, when you're not talking, you're blocking. If you block the interview, what will happen? इंटरव्यू में से अच्छा वेदर बताओ कैसा लग रहा है, अच्छा लग रहा है, खाना अच्छा था, मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं, बहुत मजा आ रहा है सर, ओके. तो ये ऐसा सिस्टम है, इसको आप घुमा नहीं सकते भैया. अगर कोई भी तुम्हें ये समझाए कि इसको ऐसे करके ऐसे घुमा दो, ही इज फूलिंग यू. इट्स अ फुल प्रूफ सिस्टम, फुल प्रूफ सिस्टम है. समझ में आया? अब हम दूसरे इंपॉर्टेंट सवाल पे आते हैं जो तुम्हारे जहन में होगा, बट पहले इनका सवाल लेने. हाँ
सर मुझे डाउट है, मेरे साथ भी ऐसा कुछ सिमिलर सिचुएशन हुआ तो
आप शेयर करना चाहते हो,
I
प्लीज शेयर. हाँ
So, sir, what happened is I was student in MIT, so
व्हाट इज MIT?
Merit Institute of Engineering and Technology in Meerut.
ओके ओके, आई एम ट्राइंग टू रिमेम्बर दिस इंस्टीट्यूट. क्या नाम है इसका? अच्छा हाँ ठीक है, ओके. हाँ
Sir, so I used to travel
ये कहाँ पे, मेरठ के बाहर?
Partapur Road near Subhati
हाँ हाँ
University.
याद आ गया. हाँ
Yes, sir. So I used to travel by bus. So we had a plan to go on movie, and I didn't tell my parents about it. So me and my friend planned. So they used to come by scooty. So I was riding my scooty, and what happened is when I was going, I just passed the university, and I want to, like, I don't know how to say it. It was road was little high, so I want to come up to the road. And when I was trying, my truck was coming from that side, and my scooty went like tilted. It was went like half tilted, and then I pulled my brake, and I don't know what happened. I can't remember it clearly. It automatically comes straight. Like I thought like it was Almighty who did it, or maybe I had a very strong belief or thought. So I thought that God saved me. I didn't.
आई एम श्योर गॉड सेव्ड यू. इनफैक्ट आई वाज गोइंग इन दिल्ली, विकासपुरी के पास, सो आई वाज क्रॉसिंग द रोड एंड दिल्ली की प्रॉब्लम. अच्छा मैं तो गांधीनगर से आया हूँ ना, तो गांधीनगर एक बड़ा ही वैसा शहर है, वहाँ पे लोगों में गुस्सा नहीं है. दिल्ली में लोगों में गुस्सा है, थोड़ा ऐसा लगता है, गुस्सा है या अर्जेंसी. तो जैसे ही ट्रैफिक वो खुलता है ना, रेड से क्या होगा, ग्रीन होगा, तो बाइक वाले ऐसे नहीं चलते हैं. So I miscalculated and I was crossing the road, and one scooty guy, I couldn't have anticipated that this much distance he will cover in this much time, but he covered. And he came and he banged me here, and for 30 seconds, for the first time in my life, I felt as if I don't know what happened in those 30 seconds. And when I regained my consciousness after 30 seconds, so I saw my glass was there, my sunglass, it was broken, my mobile was broken, my things were lying, and there were people. And then I saw a bus that had just stopped about 4 or 5 meters ahead of me. You know my point? And the scooty though hit me here, I don't know how, as you were saying God, I'm also a believer in God, just a scratch or something. But जोर से मारा था उसने, वो खुद गिरा पड़ा था. And that man was telling, कुछ हुआ तो नहीं आपको? That man was so kind, I'll say. वो ये नहीं देख रहा खुद गिरा है, वो मुझे उठा रहा था वो. And for 30 seconds I was blank. And I can say only God. But now let's see how it goes. So now when I cross my road, I take time. I am very free then. I'll take all my time. Everyone first go. Maybe I may not cross, so I will go like this. And so this incident has an impact on me. Right or wrong? Same way it must have impact on your scooty driving. Right? You ride slow and his bike driving and his. So these memories have an impact on our behavior, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
तो मान गए ना मेरी बात?
Yes, sir.
क्या? Yes sir, बस क्या माने?
The past experiences.
Define us. Past experiences define us. किसी लड़की ने अगर तुम्हारा दिल तोड़ दिया, तोड़ा है कि नहीं पहले बताओ? आप ये आप लड़कियों के पास जाओगे कि नहीं जाओगे? हैं? नहीं जाओ, ऐसा नहीं हैं? उस पे नहीं जाओगे मतलब बोल रही है आने के लिए? क्या बोल रहे हो? देखो लाइफ का एक मंत्र बताता हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
2 शब्द हैं बस. अगर वो 2 शब्द अगर तुमने लाइफ में इम्प्लीमेंट कर लिए, सुनीता, बहुत कम दिक्कत होगी लाइफ में. क्या है वो 2 शब्द? मूव ऑन.
Yes, sir.
मूव ऑन.
यही बोला था.
इस पे मैं तुम्हें एक इंटरेस्टिंग कहानी सुनाता हूँ इसी सावधा की.
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे मैंने एक लड़के का इंटरव्यू लिया, तो वो लड़का जो है इंटरव्यू, श्रद्धा को बहुत हंसी आ रही है. तुम्हारा कोई अनकॉन्शियस ट्रिगर हो गया? मैं हंस तो ऐसे ही रहे हो. अच्छा, वो उस दिल का क्या फायदा जिसमें दर्द ही ना हो? बताओ, करना क्या उसका फिर? तो वही बात हो गई कि वो प्लेन शर्ट रखी है हैंगर में टांग के, सफेद सी शर्ट एकदम, रोज करना क्या फिर उसका? पहनना पड़ेगा ना, आएंगे 1-2 धब्बे, आने दो. उसको हैंगर में रख के मजा आएगा? तो दिल में दर्द होने भी चाहिए. समझ रहे हो ना मेरी बात? तो यहीं पे एक लड़का था, उसका मैंने इंटरव्यू लिया था. तो वो दैट पर्सन वाज इन लव विद अ गर्ल, एंड उस गर्ल ने भी उसको क्या बोला? मूव ऑन. बट इससे मूव ऑन हुआ नहीं, वो इंटरव्यू के बाद ही मूव ऑन हुआ उसका. तो इंटरव्यू तक वो उसको मैसेज भेजता था. क्या भेजता था मैसेज? आर यू देयर? आर यू? उसने तो ब्लॉक कर दिया था, तो वो मैसेज जाते नहीं थे. बट ये क्या करता था? रोज आर यू देयर, आर यू देयर. मैसेज डिलीवर भी नहीं हो रहे. बट ये भाई अपना, यू नो, लव इज स्टूपिड, लव इज नॉट ब्लाइंड, लव इज स्टूपिड. तो फिर क्या हुआ ये लड़के का? तो मैंने उसको बहुत समझाया इंटरव्यू के बाद, एंड ही एक्चुअली स्टॉप सेंडिंग हर मैसेजेस. ही इज स्टिल इन टच विद मी. ही गॉट रिकमेंडेड इन एयर फोर्स. आफ्टर दैट इंटरव्यू ही चेंज्ड हिज परसेप्शन ऑफ लाइफ. तो अब वो एयरफोर्स में रिकमेंड हो गया. तो उसने मुझे फोन किया एक दिन, रिकमेंड होने के बाद, अभी पीरियड मेडिकल के बाद, अब जाना है अकेडमी. बोले सर उसका मैसेज आया था. क्या मैसेज आया था? सर आर यू देयर? तो मैंने बोला तुमने क्या लिखा? उसने लिखा नो. उसने क्या लिखा? ही शुड मूव ऑन. वो लड़की जब वो बेचारा स्ट्रगल कर रहा था, तब तो वो ब्लॉक करके बैठी. जैसे हुआ तो आर यू देयर याद आ गया, तो बिहेवियर कंसिस्टेंसी में जाएंगे तो दोबारा ये करेगी कि नहीं करेगी? समझ में आई मेरी बात? तो आर यू देयर? तुमको भी आएगा तो क्या बोलोगे? तुम प्रांजय, प्रांजय ना, प्रणय, क्या मैसेज का रिप्लाई दोगे? नो। पॉइंट, यू शुड होल्ड योर सेल्फ स्टीम, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, है कि नहीं? बात समझ में आ रही है? कोई कुछ पूछ रहा था, थोड़ा मूव ऑन इन द क्लास, आई मीन.
That means giving second chances depending on the situation, sir.
I always believe in giving the second chance. I will never write off a person on the first chance. That is what SSB also taught me. कि मैनिफेस्टेशन कम से कम 2-3 तो हो. कहते मैं कल बता रहा था ना, मैनिफेस्टेशन के बिना मैं कैसे डिसाइड करूँ. तो एक मैनिफेस्टेशन तो दे चुका है, एक और देने दो, परंतु मैं वो शॉक में नहीं जाऊंगा. दूसरा जब आएगा देन इट विल बी, आई वुड हैव सेड कि मुझे तो पता ही था करेगा. तो दैट प्रिपेयर्स यू वेल, एंड मे बी ही विल नॉट डू इट, यू नो. वो किसने मूवी देखी है वो कंगना रनौत वाली क्वीन? हाँ, तो क्वीन में एंड में क्या बोलती है वो? श्रद्धा बताएगी.
Thank you, बोल.
थैंक यू. वो भी मूव ऑन बोलने का ही तरीका है. तो क्या याद है क्वीन मूवी? वो बंदा उसको भाव नहीं दे रहे हैं, शादी के दिन उसको डिच मार दिया. अब वो लड़की को बहुत दुख हुआ, शी वेंट, शी ट्रैवल्ड. यू हैव सीन क्वीन? तो अब वो जब घूम घाम के आ गई एंड व्हेन शी इज फाइनली फ्री, तब ये भाई साहब को याद है यार नहीं. अब उसको वही बात तुम्हारी हो गई, शुड शी गिव हिम द सेकंड चांस और नॉट, है ना तुम्हारी बात? बट उसको पता था कंगना रनौत तो कंगना रनौत, उसको तो पता ही होगा कि ये फिर करेगा. समझ में आया? ये फिर करेगा. तो उसने क्या बोला, उसको गले लगा के बोला थैंक यू. अब थैंक यू क्यों बोला? बोला अच्छा वो तो मैंने छोड़ दिया तो फंस जाती है तेरे साथ. ऊपर से मैंने जो इतनी दुनिया देखी और अपने आप को जो डिस्कवर किया है मैंने, दैट वोंट हैव हैपेंड. मैं तो तेरा वो बन के रह जाती, व्हाटएवर XYZ पपेट, राइट वर्ड. एनीथिंग इन? कुछ और विचार आ रहे हैं प्रकट करने? आगे चले हम. मूव ऑन. चलो तो मूव ऑन करते हैं. तो अब सवाल ये उठता है कि डू यू वांट टू ब्रेक और समथिंग?
No, sir, no, sir. That is perfectly
बहुत मजा आ रहा है क्या? मूव ऑन. तो सवाल ये उठता है, तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? रविकांत. अरे यार मैं भी तिवारी हूँ, मुझे लग रहा था कुछ कनेक्शन है अपना. हैं? रविकांत मतलब रवि की कांति वाले, है ना? क्या मतलब हुआ रविकांत का?
Increase the name of
ऐसा नेम ऑफ द, तुम गलत तिवारी हो. कैसा तुम, ऐसा मीनिंग है रविकांत का?
काम का तो सब मेरे घर में काम ज्यादा.
देखा इसको, अब इसकी क्लास होनी चाहिए शाम को, ठीक है? अपने नाम का इसको मतलब ठीक से नहीं पता है. रवि का तो सबको पता है, रविकांत का मतलब क्या होगा? तुम हिंदी बेल्ट का है तब भी गड़बड़ा रहा है. कौन जिला का है तुम? हैं? चलो मुझे कल बताना. तो क्या बात कर रहे थे हम अभी? तो नाम पूछ रहे थे, बट व्हाट वाज द टॉपिक इन माय माइंड? मूव ऑन. तो आज के आगे क्या था
Behavior consistency.
यार? नाउ द मेन कंसर्न जो आपके दिमाग में अभी आएगा इतनी थ्योरी के बाद, अब तो मेरे अनकॉन्शियस में कुछ 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 भरा हुआ है. व्हाट डू आई डू? राइट, यही है ना सवाल. फिर मैं क्लासेस कर क्यों रहा हूं? जब मेरे जहन में है वही मुझे वहां लिखना है, तो मैं क्लासेस क्यों कर रहा हूं? तो बिफोर आई स्टार्ट इसको एक बार बंद कर देना रिकॉर्डिंग को, और